Bit of love there on the socials, Sammy, for you and the Roys. That's the Glen Roys, not the Fitzroys.
Did you hear YouTube's not working? I think it is back up.
Yeah, someone said about the sound we might have to have a look at.
Working on the audio.
Okay.
Stand by broadcast. And he's making the move out of the 4 rinks here for Fitzroy. Down, not worth 35 ends, or 33 ends left to run. The 2 middle rinks look really solid for MCC.
Yeah, they do.
See them across the board giving up too many shots. Yeah, good noise, good energy across 4 rinks.
Good crowd too at the moment, Sam.
Plenty of support for the Seas, of course, looking to make a return straight back up, Matty-O.
Yeah, it's everything on the line.
Another 2 to Dale Jones, so MCC just keep ticking the scoreboard over. It's close to a game high lead, isn't it now?
Yeah, it has to be. Joey Clark on a great track here. Makes it 2.
Yeah, makes it 2. Needs a bit more searching weight.
Yeah, degrees. 2 black bowls, which are George Matoulis. Nate has bowled well in the ends that I've seen. Sorry, Nat. Keep going in, Nate. Nathaniel Campbell.
Yeah, come across from Yarraville in the off-season, Matty-O.
I think he
made the 3rd spot his, really.
Is he a Ballarat or Bendigo boy? There's a few of them.
He's got a few of them. Then most of the Ballarat boys are loaded up in the Matty Blackburn rink down the far end.
Yeah.
Where's Lenecki playing 3rd over there? He's doing a good job against Brendan Gallagher. That's a handy read.
They got out to 7 zip it
across the board,
at the
MCC.
start. Yeah, I wouldn't be changing much. It's a nice delivery, Sam, isn't it? From Joey Clark.
Nearly as good as you.
Yeah. It's very similar. No.
Mary here doesn't really want to get up to Jack High, sort of wants to run away or finish on the line. Oh, it's
got a rattle
probably
ease.
a counter, but not a good spot. It is in for 3 shots.
Okay, calls of ditch weight.
Some more weight here. Nat does have the best back all the way through if he gets cut his bowl through the jack. Needs to give a bit. Over. This is wide and, well, you can't quite catch it the bottom of your screen. He's managed to take out 2 of Fitzroy's bowls past the jack. Yeah. So his owner's gone through and that's bowl that was all the way through. If the jack got all the way through to the pit, was there for a catch-up. That's now gone. Chance now for Jack McShane to, what does he do? Look to land the green, can make 5 here. Huge moment in the game. Fitzroy already just hanging on. Whatever happens here, Jack McNabb is going to have some work to do on N14.
He's had that a few times, Jack McNabb. Work to do.
What's he done here?
Oh, he's
What are you doing?
pushed the jack back
McSHANE
to 1.
Turns the ball through the jack. They go from 3 to 1. And you see it there. I don't know if it makes it easy for Jack. That's it. Get the shot. What do you like, Matty? Searching backhand.
Yeah, search for the tangerine.
Even if he was to clear the white ball, his next might give him a better look. There's an angle there. You see Jack sort of. Caddy gets the inside. He can't get back to the shot bowl for a few. You just can't see it out there on that shot there, but Brad Martin does have a bowl just out of the screen. You can just see it next to the number 3 all the way through. See 3 to Brendan Gallagher.
Makes it 14 all over there. That's Jack not wasting much time.
Very close here, Jack.
What
does he get? Does he get the Jack in the belly? What a shot. What a shot.
Jack McNab's let everyone know about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a real team lift up. Needed to. So it's the Jack all the way through for 1. And Jack McSHANE wishing now that he was able to get his first bowl back, and
Could nearly be 2 because the Jack has gone to the right. Looking at the markers. I think he just needs to beat Eridani's bowl.
Joey just giving Jack another option there, try and get a couple touches up the front to get them in. Jack says, no thanks, I'll
I'm
draw
going
this
around
one off.
Eridani's.
Good delivery, Matthew, good delivery.
Waits. Right.
Asking for it to
Not on
run.
this one though.
Look at the track, look at the track. Far away, so
I reckon it could be 2.
boys looking at here. Oh, I think it's only 1.
Well, I think it's 2.
Yeah, right. Now I was just saying if he
Gets
beats Eridani's,
Eridani's
it might be
bowl.
3. So he might be onto
Big bowl
something,
here.
Matthew.
Big bowl.
It's a tough shot. Already played a real good one. And the third. Don't hate the track.
Tell you what,
Has he thrown it?
he might get in between.
Has he got through the gap? Oh, he just fell short. Well, he did it with his first, and it looks like it could be a couple.
Well, we're going to go to the measure.
Fitzroy will not go away. That was a needed end to pick up. Just, it looked terrible for them on the crossover. Jack McSHANE accidentally into the head, and Jack can have a look at it. Went bang.
It's just 1 semi. Right, it's going to force a rink chat. Glenn noticed that when Fitzroy has the map, they're going short, so they're going to have a chat about it. We might see a minimum here, I think, Sam.
Yeah, I haven't been watching enough. What have we been playing? Obviously,
Well, when
MCC
MCC has it, they're going T to T. Right. And Fitzroy have been going that medium to short.
The Premier Reserve Grand Final, spot in Premier Division
Up for
next
grabs.
season on the line. And MCC after a really slow getaway in the opening 10 ends, that's all it was. And MCC who probably came into this as favourites across the board. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, they were short favourites.
He's played them both this season, obviously.
Yeah, 3 times each I've played. I know a little bit about them.
Sorry.
Yeah, we won't talk about last week.
My bad.
Knackers.
57-43 is your overall. You're up today.
Well, my prediction was short. Nearly minimum, where... Can't see where that minimum line is.
Yeah, it's actually covered up by the seats on there. It is, so it's about 2.5 metres past where the minimum is, just over the seam there.
So tell us about yesterday, Sam.
Nah.
Come on. I know you want to. There was one rink I saw that wasn't live scoring. Was that right?
Oh, you were upset about that,
I
weren't you?
was. What's going on here?
Well, that's what happens when we pick Cooper Westcombe as playing second. Didn't think that through.
Oh, I'll tell you what, they wanted to be live scoring, the amount of shots they were getting.
Yeah, not a real defensive game of pass, that one.
What was the feel like? Because both teams obviously have made it to Prem
Strange
Reserve.
feeling, Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah, very strange. Obviously, both teams
But they both wanted to win it.
up for it. Yeah, not many times you get a shot at the flag like these guys out here today.
Yeah.
Correction from Eridani. Also past to Jack.
I think it's a greyish flag too that they're looking to win.
Grey?
Yeah, I think so. I saw it before.
I reckon it's silver, isn't it?
No, I think you'll find it's grey. The gold is the Prem flag.
You mentioned Brendo Gallagher with a 3 to far Rink and Dow Jones 3 Rinks, 3 ends, 1 in a row. Now, across the board, no Fitzroy Rinks are in front, and that makes things very tricky.
Yeah, but it's still gettable for Fitzroy. You know, 5 shots on the Dow Jones. 8 shots on this one. Not out of question.
Sorry, Dad, because were you talking sense there? I sort of missed all that.
I was trying.
It'd be unusual.
I said it's not over yet. Like 5 shots is not much to get on a rink. It's one good end. The stream rink needs to lift.
How's Glennie gone through with the colours of the bowls?
Yeah, I don't think he's used it once.
I think that's a bit too keen.
Yeah. I got a little bit worried because I've done no prep at all.
How's Bradley Martin going here? Noses the jack for 2 or 3. Thank you.
Oh, the tangerine.
What a conversion that is. 1 down, easy 3. And Eridani's opening bowl is going to make this a bit tricky for Nat to navigate. It's going to be backhand. Still got
Yeah,
a couple
backhand.
there. Draw around that and get down to it in time. Maxi Goldsmith. Any chance in the VBL3 qualifier, pal?
Do they have a team?
No, but Glenn Roy did.
Right.
Yeah. No, he played very well. Played third next door to Scotty Mortimer. Also front noses to the off-centre Jack.
Don't think he's got the line.
I just don't think
Sammy.
he's got the... He probably has the weight to dead
No,
draw it.
weight was all right. MCC need to get a team in the VBL.
Qualifier style, you reckon?
Yep.
See the Monsters back for VBL4? You'll be there.
I wasn't there last year.
No, but you'll be there battling, is what I mean.
Oh, of course we will.
Yeah.
We love the concept.
Just see Maxi Goldsmith's touch around the corner of the street there. Cody Packer with good speed. I think he just gets in bounds. MCC will hold one. Wherever you look, it just looks like MCC controlling things. 30 ends. Joey Clark looking to add in a 4th.
Yeah, I think it's a bit quick. Jack McSHANE.
He's correct. He doesn't want to turn this.
Was it a little bit over? Can that correct his line? His weight was all right.
It was pretty good.
Tim Slater drawing shot.
There's having a bit more conversation about this if plays a similar line and more weight.
Eridani's bowling a good spot.
The head really hasn't changed, so it's ideal you play the same shot twice and correct.
He's a little bit more weight.
He has, so searching. Just missed it, but he's clipped the front one out. Still 3. Jack with a... don't even know if it's that much of a better look at it, is it? Probably lines up more forehand. Joey Clark's going to try and get to it first. Just be under the line.
Yeah, and the weight.
And probably under the weight, and that probably makes up Jack McNab's mind.
Jack in the hot seat again, doesn't it?
Well, it just blocks everything on the back end, and all of a sudden he's going to play some sort of weight. Best result probably shot roll through the jack. Try and open it up. Get the inside of the orange, might get a couple out. So you're going to get that to take a step off the centre line. Just camped right there. Oh, Justin Short, it's a Fitzroy shirt, so it could be possible. He's done well. He's very close here. Shot through the jack. And
it's a great result.
Oh, it's much better. It's much better for him.
Yep.
Gets it out to the open.
Skippers will be drawing. Draw for the skippers.
Yeah. Not sure how many it is. Still a couple, but...
Could only be one. With George Matoulis.
Well, it might be... He's probably back Jack McShane to draw a third here. See how close he gets, and then...
Cody Packer looking to draw next door, not quite.
Back over to Jack now with just one bowl to come.
So deliberate in his delivery. Very impressed with his weight control. Now this is in.
It's quite good. It's quite good. 13 down the overall, 27 thens left to play. You're 3 down with a lot of room to get second. Do you make sure you get second, or do you go searching to try and score here, Matty O?
Well, John Roberts has signalled 2 in a measure. Yeah. I think he just draws. Weight's good. Weight's good, Sammy.
Play this good. Wants to hurry all he's got now.
Yeah, it's a smart move.
He's made sure of the second. It's a good shot.
Back Jack McShane to draw another one.
No, this will be short.
Okay. Interesting concept.
I've got no idea. Probably front noser now.
Back in.
Back in as
I'll
well.
back in if you can make this 2.
Oh, I said it'd be short. I reckon he's quick and wide here. I'm a good judge, Matty.
No,
I'm a good judge. All right, we're going to sub you out. We appreciate your efforts, Knackers. You stick around for the big dance later on?
I'll be there for the start. Then got to go.
We'll see you there.
Okay, thanks.
All right, good to get rid of Matty O. He's had a good season at the Monsters, actually. All the way through the prelim final, just falling short in an extremely tight competition. So Jack McShane picks up the 1 to the off-centre jack. He ticked things over again, 17-8 on the rink, but all important, back out to that game high lead area of 15 shots with 25 ends to play, and this is not a familiar face or voice to the BVTV community, but here's to me, Lachlan Jolly from the Mentone Edge. Welcome, mate. How you going?
I'm good. Good to be here.
A few familiar faces you know as well, playing out on the green, and they're going along all right at this stage.
Yeah, it's like they've run away from me. They're playing down the other end, so would have been nice to see them up close and personal, but no, we can still keep an eye on them. It's good, and they're looking good at the minute.
So, yeah, as we said, 25 ends to play. This is the biggest lead of the game so far for MCC, and Matt Blackburn, the only rink ahead for Fitzroy. Is there any of the rinks that stand out that look like they can get some sort of run of momentum or pick a few numbers up? It's looking really hard across the board.
Yeah,
any thoughts on how Fitzroy can work their way into it?
Well, look, that Cody Packer rink, I think, is their rink that can probably do that, but unfortunately for them, they're probably up against one of the strongest MCC rinks. So
correct.
It's not going to be easy for them. And look, I think if Jack McNabb can get back into this over the next sort of 2-3 ends, get it back to that 4-5, that's it. It's not going to take a lot to just get it back under 10. Then you never know what can happen in bowls. It turns quick.
The last 2 or 3 ends in the crossover, Jack has been down 3 the previous end and looked like 4 the end before. Bit of noise down the far end. Matty Blackburn very animated. Jack sort of just rattled around.
I think they might be holding one down there. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, this is a fair MCC side. It's the inclusions of Joey Clark and Jack McShane. Just, I mean, well, mate, you've got Russ Greenleaf on the ring next door. What's going on?
Like, you look at this rink and Jack's just been on fire from about end 3 onwards.
Yep.
He's done a lot of damage, and I think that shows in the scoreboard. There we go. Here we go, Friendo.
Yeah, the far end, so we think Fitzroy hold on to the end.
No, I think we've got that wrong, actually.
Nah, so
I reckon it's a couple.
I reckon Matty's got a stiff result with the Jack rattling around. They've taken out a couple.
Yeah, well, Simon's got on that. So
Yep.
definitely a couple for MCC down the far end.
Till Benwell's got the tape out, keep an eye on it.
It's a big couple of ends here. It's MCC got their tails up.
Yeah, it's hard to see them two middle rinks. You can see that 11 and 10 across 28 ends. Just don't see them creating heads to leave Scotty or Dale in any real sort of trouble, I don't think.
Yeah. No, definitely not. I think it looks like Dave's been going around as 3 to DJ last few ends, just giving him a real show. And Edgeman's just listening from about 10 metres away, giving it to him. It's a big moment to be making your debut in a grand final, and I don't think people will be a fan. Could be a one and done scenario based on the goals.
We'll see. We'll get an idea as we go on.
Yes, I think it was a couple down the end. They haven't chucked it up on the scoreboard, but didn't look like they got the 3rd one in.
Wait for confirmation either way. MCC will kick this lead out to more than 15 shots.
Yeah, you don't want it to be getting much more than 15, especially at this stage with, what is it, 25 left, 24 left, yeah. What tense moments coming.
It's a good position to be in. You can just keep ticking the ends over, one up, one down across the board, but at the same time, when you get in that mindset of just dropping ones okay, at the same time, you still want to be looking to score and create heads to get the numbers right.
Oh, definitely. You really don't want to be sort of resting on your laurels at this point, because, as we said, a couple of numbers, it just gets away from you, and that 15 quickly becomes an 8, and it's game on.
All of a sudden, you are looking at the overall every 10 seconds or so, and the ends aren't ticking over so quickly.
Oh, and Fitzroy can definitely do it. I know at Mentone we did it all year, coming from behind. So, yeah, we'll see what they can do. There is still plenty of time, and look, they're 2 quality sides, so...
Yeah, Fitzroy been around the mark the last couple of seasons in finals of Prem Reserve and just run into one team better on a couple of occasions, and might be looking that way again here this afternoon.
Well, you never know. Look at yourselves, Glenroy. Over, what was it, 10, 15 years, you've been one of those sides just competing for getting out of Div 1, and then all come together this year.
Comments, or you might be able to help me out. Having the conversation before when Fitzroy were last in Prem Reserve, it wouldn't have been more than 4 or 5 years ago, would it? For Fitzroy being in Prem?
I think it was 2 years ago. So when the restructure happened, they were the 3rd bottom team and played the playoff.
Yeah.
So they're definitely familiar with being up in the top couple of grades, and yeah, they could definitely turn it on today just in the last few ends to get back into it.
Dale Jones, huge weighted shot, couple rinks over. The momentum last 3 ends in a row against Brad Janner's 4. Back here, Joseph is getting all the way down to the jack. Oh my, thank you.
What a shot.
One down, draws a touch up and gets it to a spot where, don't know about you, LJ, not sure how we're getting it out if Fitzroy.
Yeah,
Not a lot lining up.
Jack's trying to consider his options. He's maybe got that just a similar shot, but it's maybe the backhand under the black.
It's going to take an unbelievable shot to get back down to it on the back end, just to get the jack. I mean, there is a few angles potentially to work off.
Yeah, well, I guess that backhand shot that they're looking at, you've still got the front bowl. If you play a good shot, you might get it off the line and give yourself a couple options for Jack. Looks like Cody's done something in the next rink over.
Yeah, Jack trail 2 feet, big reaction, pretty happy with it.
They look very happy with that. Maxi reckons it could be 4, and I think Scotty's only got 1 left. So that's a huge bowl by Cody.
Correct. So, based on the conversations the boys were having, sort of back-end positive draw. I mean, all timers always getting back down to it and trailing it for 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Is he high enough?
Just gotta hang a bit longer. Gives them a more direct look, but
sort of his own sort of run on and sort of fills the hole as to where they were trying to play it. You're right, gets the front of the line. Jack goes a bit quicker and more direct, like you said.
oh, we'll see what Jack does. He'll probably make it incredibly difficult. Scotty Moama.
What an effort.
Right.
Yeah, one of them games is always the case with finals where you can pretty much pick any of the 4 rinks to stream and you're not losing. You're going to get a good game and good highlights either way. Cody Packer trail for 4. Scotty Mortimer maybe gets back down to 3rd or 4th shot. Cody with 1 left.
See, this could be that end that, like we said, the Cody Packer rink is up against stiff opposition. It could be that one end that just gets the rest of the side going, thinking, yeah, we're still a chance here, we could make something happen.
All right, well, it's not going to change a whole lot, Jack. Thoughts now? More direct, try and get up through the green, or?
Yeah, I think so. That's Brad Martin on the line, the Tangerine Bowl. So, yeah, you really want to be, I think, positive up on that backhand. Not too big, but just change it, open it up a chance, and give your second bowl an option.
Searching, give a little. Any movement? Yeah, that's held the line a long way.
Yeah, it's still tricky.
Yeah. They've been thereabouts in the area the last 2 and flicked the ball sort of sideways, and as you said, has not made it any easier. So Cody Packer holds on to 2. Dale Jones picks up another 1 and 4 wins in a row. Wow, if it was hard before,
That makes it harder.
it's I'm not going to say impossible. You always have a shot in Rawlings, don't you? But
You do?
you're doing well to score here. Any thoughts?
It looks like they're still looking at the back end. Obviously, this angle is tough, but it doesn't look like much is lining up, to be fair. Yeah, I think I'd be trying to play the perfect bowl on the forehand down to the jack, because you've got the two catches just behind. I don't think that backhand back this way is going to turn.
Not sure you're getting down around George's now. It's been promoted. It's sort of an awkward spot.
Like, really, you're asking for perfection at this point to make something happen. But if he does, that could be a huge moment just to stem the flow of the last few ends on this rink and get going.
That's it. Prem Reserve Grand Final down here at DC. Of course, the big game later on still to come this afternoon. Yarraville and Deer Park. You got a tip for that one? I've got no idea.
So the easy one's going in Deer Park, I think. Like, going for 3 in a row. Probably everyone's pick is the best side in the comp for the last few years, but Yarraville just seem to give them some concerns.
Turning up every week.
Yeah, and not even just looking at this year. Like last year, they had some close ones. I think one out of Deer Park that went down to the last.
That's right.
Sort of end or two.
It's gone quicker, looking for the outside of jacks, back down to it. A low percentage shot, but there wasn't anything real high percentage happening. So another end ticked over, another score to MCC. It's just the one, but we'll be pretty happy with that. 17 the diff, approaching the final 20 ends. There's 4 to play now on the stream rink. I think. 16.
16. Yeah, 5 to go. And then the middle rings look like they might be the last couple on at this stage. Well, they've done you a favour that if you did ever have to move the cameras, you're not going to have to go right down the far end because they're ahead of everybody.
Yeah, usually that's how it ends up working out. They're the worst angles of all time if it's ever a close one. I think Blackburn forced into playing some weight, far end, not a real positive reaction. And that might be why.
Yeah, someone's got the map.
All of a sudden, just like that, Matty Blackburn was the only rink ahead for Fitzroy. Well, it's about to blow out a huge lead to Brennan Gallagher based off how many deals taken out there.
No, we will wait for the measure, but that's, yeah, it's like it could be a handful down the far end. Just get the sense the last sort of couple ends, there's been a bit of that lull from the Fitzroy side.
That's just a handful, 5. And how early do you go? Well, I probably would have seen too much bowls to know that that's not the grand final, but
it's getting
got
close.
one hand on it sort of stuff, hey?
Yeah, I think MCC, they've had a slow start, obviously, but they've really got their tails up and have looked good since. And I personally just can't see them dropping it from here.
It's that stage where more shots needed than ends left to play. And cut up. Thank you.
Right when you're wondering whether they're just going to put the foot down and make sure of it, Cutter just front touch up. And shot. Good shot. I think it's still down, but gives them some options. So what about you, Sammy, later on? Yarraville Deer Park, you said you weren't sure. If you had to go with one?
I think it's got a similar feel to what it had last year where Moonee Valley went on that sort of unbelievable sort of run of just winning the games, winning the games, getting to the grand final. They won the first final and Yarraville have done the same, but I just think grand final day is a different story. Just expect that Deer Park are going to rock up and get the job done. Familiar with the surface, have been here on grand final day, had that experience. It's not to say that Yarraville don't have the quality and experienced players themselves, but
yeah, it'll be
I think Deer Park get it done. But sitting here as a neutral commentator of the game, happy if it goes down to the last bowl.
It will be interesting to see how Deer Park come out today, because I think last year you saw with Moonee Valley during the year where they really hit them early.
Everyone just expected it to be a real close game coming into that.
So I think you might see...
Start's crucial, hey, like any final.
Yeah, if Yarraville can get out early, and they don't have to be miles in front, but just if they bring the energy, and you never know, they could really just cause some issues with Deer Park, get them worrying, and it's one game.
Yeah, that sort of dead draw away where any more than that gave a percentage chance to change the shape of it.
There's a little bit happening down the far end. A bit of excitement for Fitzroy. I think they're holding a couple early. They wouldn't mind a strong finish.
You see the call from the boys. Obviously, he's holding a good couple here. Is Joey trying to get into the head to keep piling them in, or are you sort of looking now just where you can cover every end if there's potential to drop numbers? It's probably coming to a handy spot.
Yeah, that's a very good shot. I think it's another one in there, and it just matches that black one.
Still in the head.
Yeah, these are those frustrating moments when you try to come from behind. Obviously, the upper hand is with the team in front. And if they just keep matching everything and not giving you many options, you then start trying to create something out of nothing. Benny searching down the far end for MCC. Still a couple now.
Yeah, got to play more than less here, try and get a bowl through the jack, open things up again. It's been the story since I've jumped on the last 5 ends in the front end battle. Being dominated by MCC.
It's a pretty solid front end, to be fair, Sam.
Yeah. You would think if the result goes the way we were all expecting it's now that MCC, if they keep the same 16 here, are going to win more than a couple games going up, you'd think.
Yeah, and I think last year even, like, obviously getting relegated, but they were in a lot of games, and I think we've seen with Premier and Premier Reserve over the last 2 years, very even comps. Very even in Premier from, like, you got your top couple that are quite strong, but everyone can win on their day. And Premier Reserve, I think, I was talking to a few of the boys from Dandy Club before, where
yes,
I think it was only about 10 points out of the 4, and unfortunately for them, they got relegated. So it's tight. Close from Cody.
yeah, I think chance to move the jack and just got caught up on the front.
Yes, I think it's a measure for 1. Max is having a look. I reckon if they're down. Opened it up at least. There we go. So now they've got the back couple, 1 in there.
Yeah, it gives them a look at it. Only 1 bowl thereabouts, but like you said, they got past. Yeah, it's all pretty 50-50. It's all sort of ones everywhere.
Yeah, you really want to be trying to get that cheeky 3 or something. Just through. We measure next door for 1 either way by the looks. I think he was
He
about
went the
3 or
early.
4 down.
Jeez, he went the early.
Oh, at least when he went early, he got the shot. I did that last week in our section grand final, and it did not work out.
4 down. You're welcome.
Oh. It's one of those moments that everyone else can talk about with a laugh, and you feel like a bit of a silly one. Jack on a forehand.
Chance here, he's got the ball clean.
Good shot.
Well played. No, he's well played. One's everywhere except ball clean was 2.
Holding a couple down. He'd really be hoping that Jack can just let him off this end and
Yeah.
not get in there again.
That's big time by Brendo. Not sure how many down he was, but backs up to 5 with a 1.
Jack going quick. Wow.
Forwards. Jack forwards.
Probably takes it from a 2-down scenario.
Cuts one out.
Yeah, cutting one out. So, worst you're going to do is a 2. Not exactly what he wanted,
I
but
thought in that area, see the replay, that Jack would have been getting out. Because he's getting the yellow and come forward.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, corner of the yellow.
Habitat to the count and keep the game alive for now. That'll do it, so they score a 2.
Okay. I think they decided it was a bit adventurous. Definitely a 2.
Nah, come on, pal. All right, so they get it back under 20. 16 ends left to play.
Simon Norton, good start down on the far rink. Gives them exactly what they need at this stage of the game. We'll chat here to see what they do over the last 4 ends.
Yeah, they tried something short of last time they had the mat and didn't work out at all. I think Jack went back 3 down. That's a bit of a 2-bowl play just to get away with 1 light.
A couple of balls here for Aridani just to really set them up.
They've actually done well to stick around here. Like we've talked about the quality of this MCC rink after they've picked up that 3 on N9. It's been just about all square. A bit far too Rink skipping away. Galley with 8 shots in the last 3 ends.
Well, they were down early. I think was it 7 zip to start? Or
Yeah, 8 zip after 4 it was, the way of Matt Blackburn's Rink.
it's a great turnaround down the far end, isn't it? Another one in there now, and it'll be a good start to change the length. two good ones in the zone. We've got both backways covered.
Yeah, in the zone, expect Cutter to correct, should I say. Just having a look at the two middle rinks. Dale Jones, Brad Janner, they eventually broke that run of 4 ends in a row. They did it with a 1. Brad Janner's shoes have just about run their time, haven't they? Haven't they?
Yeah, you'd think so. They're looking a bit faded now, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
It's only so long you can get
Correct.
club colour shoes. I think I did it for a year and then
Yeah.
There we go. So touch her next door.
Soligo plays a good one, gets to a good spot as well.
You'd expect Maxi to reply and get one thereabouts. Dale going quick. And he's got shot by the looks. Maybe better.
Cutter misses out and Brad Martin's there to back up and draws a shot that makes it look pretty easy.
George thereabouts. Gonna rip late.
To get it all the way out the head and almost hit, just got caught on the green. Still 1 to MCC.
Brad with a good track here.
Something top of the line. Be a couple. Once again, MCC. Oh, when Nathaniel Campbell makes his way back down to the mat. 16 to play, 19 the diff. Fitzroy holding a good couple on Cody Packer's Rink.
Get a good feel for the end here because there's a couple of ends that just have the stiffs to send their bowls down. So.
That's it.
Scotty Moama still down, but a great shot.
So missed that, but that's time well to land the bowls and turn it from 2 down to 1 up by the looks of it.
Black going down the end. Sits a shot out. Joey.
Joseph.
He is there.
No gap. And Jack McNabb hanging on just. Easy for to get to the orange of Brad Martin and another in. Keeping on the ring next door, as we said. Cody popped the jack, still 2 down, and Cody just pulling up short. Don't think that makes it any easier. Scotty always has to tell something side on, however.
It looks like it might be 3 on the Dale Jones ring. JK's got the mat.
And holding up 3, and it is 3. Wants to get up to the line on top of the jack. It's quite good.
Yeah, it's fair.
The only thing Fitzroy have going for them is they've got everything to the left. If Jack can maybe play backhand and turn it over the jack.
Looks like that's what he's trying to do.
Fair effort. Another one thereabouts. Gives him a good look at it. Not far away from any contact. It's popping that far at that speed.
That front black, you can just clear that, and it's almost a good guide that you just skirt it, you'll get down to the yellow. Problem for Jack McNabb is that Jack McShane might not leave it to be there for him to have a
I
second crack.
think we'll be looking for some sort of coverage.
If he covers the 4, it might not be the shot there for McNabb anymore. Still around to have a look at.
So margin still around this 19, 13 left to play in your Premier Reserve Grand Final with a spot in Premier Division next season on the line. This might be Fitzroy's last chance to make something happen right now. Can't make it happen. To be fair, it actually didn't look too bad at the end. Just sort of held the line with that extra speed for a long way.
One for MCC. You wouldn't imagine Jack would be.
Well, no, but I was about to say that, but he probably wasn't trying too hard when he was holding 3 and he had a few ends ago and popped it in the open. It's a pretty safe line, I would have thought.
Yeah, good height.
And pretty safe speed as well.
Better weight.
Joey just has a bit of a laugh. They're in a nice position now. They pick up a 1, back out to 20.
12 to go.
A result that probably many would have predicted, would be fair to say, heading into this one. Looking like it'll be a win to MCC. Up and back on your stream, Rink. Can you catch Floyd before he was on the start of the game, speaking with Troy, but getting Jelly and Jack over the line, was sort of that transfer deadline day sort of stuff where it just happened at the last second to get it all sorted. They didn't play many games early on in the season, but I'm pretty sure they're happy to have them a part of this right now.
Oh, yeah. Like the side they have without the 2 boys is strong enough as it is, but to have that sort of quality come in for a back half of a season and then play through finals. They were probably hoping that Jack would do well up at the BPL, but just not play the Friday.
Lloyd was pretty happy to see if Jack played extremely well, but lost every game would have been a good result, yes.
Correction. A couple of feet behind the jack. Yeah, looks like MCC holding on the next couple of rings down, so real game management now. Making sure they get through to the end. That's Martin.
Fair bowl here, getting all the way down to the jack and a little trail for a couple. Goes to fall down and just gets stuck, so it probably makes up. George doesn't want to follow it down.
He's just gone up another gear, Brad, in the last few ends, hasn't he? Grand final,
yeah, big
Brad
time.
Martin just...
Familiar areas?
Yeah, you'd think so. Oh, it's good reward for the boys. They've had a good year. And
Yeah, reward for as well, just like sticking around after last year. It would have been easy to go the opposite way, right? And you know more than me in terms of sticking around and being a part of this and going straight back up is a pretty fair effort given how close the competition was, especially early. MCC probably pulled away after Christmas and they established themselves as the team to beat, but outside of that it was obviously ridiculously close from 2nd through to 8th.
yeah, definitely. It's always good when you see these clubs that they don't have a year that goes their way, and then that next year everyone knuckles down and goes, we're going to go again. It's exactly what they've done. It's good to see. Looks like Dave's holding down on Dale Jones's rink. Simon Norton holding down the far edge.
I don't get it. I don't get it sometimes. Long balls. I like it though. Cap off with 20 down. Still giving the boys something to hang on to.
You've got to keep the positivity.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
But I'm with you. All done down the end.
Clears a few front bowls out, but it's still a couple of MCC, and Joseph doesn't mind this one. On a good track, all down the speed.
Dead end next door, just as Joe puts another one in, but well, sits it out.
One in, one out.
Yeah, 2-2.
.22.17, so Blackbird's last bowl was enough to hold on to the shot. Rink win to Brendan Gallagher, 22.17. Important. Little run. What have they got? 11 shots over 4 ends. Just made sure the margin was comfortable in the final stages.
Anything still happening down at Glenroy today?
Plenty.
You're missing out working on a Sunday? Day after a flag? I was a bit concerned whether you were going to rock up and carry me through commentary, but I'm glad you showed up.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. This was very random.
I was very concerned.
No, we were right. Yeah, you were like, come on, later.
Nah, never.
Jack might just line up and go quicker than a couple bowls here. They've got a few thirds.
Yeah. That's back white. It's just far enough backward. He gets the 2 shots out. Good opportunity. Jack's still watching.
Very close here. Both bowls is ideal. How'd he go?
Oh, Jack.
Touch it is followed through into the... Yep. Gets the jack first and onto the touch and ricochets 87 different ways and follows the jack through. And
I think the bowl is...
that'll be hard to score.
Yeah, will work.
Jack's only just stayed in, mind you, as well. Right out to the rink peak. Then to the left, you see Jack McSHANE take here. Wide line down to it. She's over for speed, is he?
Quick.
Just. So there you go, you can just see the touch there, the yellow marker
Bowl right.
on top, and the jack's just down to the left.
Yeah, Jack out in the ring there? Yeah.
Yep.
Tough to get a score though when you're one down on the bowl.
Yeah,
Far away.
just back to 18, both bowls may be worth 3 or 4, you never know, and now a little bit of an unfortunate result. The best they'll do now is a 1 that's if Jack can draw it, and fair to say, hates it out of the head.
Yeah. Under MCC. Back out to 19.9 to go. Some pretty positive vibes on the sideline already. 185 minutes.
Oops.
How long have you been keen scores on this thing, Sammy?
Not long enough, clearly. How long will we have to be here for to play 1800 ends?
Oh. On a 30-degree day.
Oh,
under a
yes.
roof.
Yes.
That's what dreams are made of.
20 plays 10. They've been in control early on there. Let's go. They picked up a 2-2, 3-3 in the opening 5 ends and just set the tone for the game, really. Drop the 2-2s and then half a dozen 1s. Far 2 Rinks have gone to work in the middle stages to get MCC over the line here.
Yeah, they were both the ones down early too, and they're going to have some solid wins. What time's this afternoon kick-off, Sammy? 4 o'clock, is it?
Say around 4. Don't imagine we'll get on too early for that. The guys will make their way down to have a bit of the old pre-game practice, if you like. I'm sure both sides have been down here during the week as well. And then going live from around 4. Should be right to go on Facebook and YouTube. Should be. Don't hold me to that.
Definitely Facebook, YouTube. Wait and see.
It's a big result if he's got through the front and actually killed it. Sprayed Chandler a few rinks over. I think it might have stayed in here. It has.
Yeah, I think it has. Just when you want a bit of luck to keep you in it, stays in by a couple of mil.
The boys definitely haven't saved their best for last here, but MCC are going to hold 4 nonetheless for now.
Jones could be. Shot there.
Yeah, too much room. George Correction does enough. Joey Clark is, I think he's outrunning the bowl, I reckon.
Yeah, I think he wants to play a shot.
Definitely does, definitely does.
Not much risk with a 19-shot lead at this stage and 4 around it.
Not with only 9 ends remaining, and given the Jones Janner is going to be 1 either way, it might be Fitzroy holding 1, and Dale Jones pulls up short.
1 to MCC.
1 second, 1 second. I thought it was 1 to MCC. Janner a bit stiff. Jack is, must be right on the ring peak based off that. A little bit unlucky. MCC tick another score over, another end over, another end closer to the Prem Reserve. Going to spot in Premier Division for 2025-26 season. Make you feel old or not?
It does.
Yeah, same.
I think I started back in 07, 8 or something like that. It's a long time to be throwing rocks down on us.
Throwing rocks, correct.
Cody holding maybe a couple.
We sort of touched on the fact that we know MCC, or assuming going to be more competitive with a similar sort of side heading into Premier next year. Fitzroy have to go again. It's a long way to restart. It's another 14 weeks, kicking off sometime around middle of October to get back to this point. It's a lot of hard work. All of a sudden, it's just the one game, and they've run into just a better side on the day. Where does it leave them going into next season?
Yeah, well, it doesn't really get much easier, does it? Like, you lose MCC, but you get Clayton coming down, and then the 2 sides coming up, like yourselves and Layla, like both finished up there in their section, and then you go through finals, and they had a couple. Well, I think Layla had a couple of close ones, but those sides that go up tend to try and have a real crack at it.
19-13, so Cody Packers picked up a 3. They're going on a run there, the Rink next door, 4 wins in a row. 19-13. Going to end up too much of a deficit. Not enough ends remaining, unfortunately. Scatters everything, a couple to Joseph on the crossover. And the second, the last end of this one. Yeah, what's he got here? Jack McNabb, there's a couple of lights still. Try and go and restart, or
I think you have to. I think can't really run the risk of trying to make something happen from this position on this end.
yeah, it doesn't look a heap on.
Looks like it's not quick.
Yeah. Far away here, just needs to move a bit for the jack. Oh, misses the jack, and any bowls had past the jack have been removed, and they've got nothing past it either. Alrighty, Jack McNabb's going to get back to the draw here. Nothing to cover. They've got everything sorted here. They've had the answers all day. MCC and Jack McShane. This might just about top it off, if you don't mind. Draws the shot. Pretty happy with it as well. Smile towards the crowd. They've had good support here, MCC. They are back. Miss this time on the other side of the head, and 3 shots it is. Rink has really put the foot down in the last 3 ends. 23-10 will be the biggest margin we'll see anywhere across a rink, you'd imagine. The margin, 6 to play. Next door, story of the game again. MCC everywhere you look at it, everything covered. Balls in the area. And say that, actually goes slice the jack for a one down, a couple up result. What happened? Jack McShane drew a shot, nothing changed, and Jack McNabb running again just on the other side of the head. MCC picked up the 3. And 20 shots is just about as big as margin as we've had all day, I reckon.
And you get the feeling this could be last end territory for all the middle ones.
For everyone, yeah.
Oh.
What's going on? Talk us through it. I've missed it.
Brad Janner's just drawn up to the pit and stayed up, drawn the shot. Not a bad last one for your end. If that was to have been his last bowl of the season, not a bad one. But they got any play? Grab that up again.
It's good areas, every bowl.
What a luxury too. And then you could say that across the board.
Some sort of error here again, just needs to let go a bit.
MCC will probably be thinking the best thing to come from the Pennant restructure a couple of years ago is that the grand final has a public holiday the next day.
I can't say that's intentional, but
It worked out.
Lloyd and your team, you're welcome. Imagine playing the D1 grand final, having a Sunday and then a public holiday to back it up. Oh boy.
The team at Glenroy just a couple of days. Is there an expectation for you to make a reappearance after the Pennant grand final?
Potential
going.
Quick backup areas. What do you got? Any bowls coming up, or are you done for the year?
There's a bunch of us heading up to Marimbula in, when's that, May? A couple of months?
Was that Fortune Forward area?
Yeah, Fortune
Forward.
Forwards.
Yeah.
It's a ripping week, run by Michael Wilkes. You get a lot of good teams from
Michael's
Sydney
half a
and
chance to
Melbourne.
be tuning in, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon every chance with Brad and Cutter on the stream rink. Shout out to Michael if he's listening. Looks after my sister up there who plays at Marimbula. She won her first round of the club singles yesterday. Measure on Scotty Mortimer rink. Matt in the hand of Fitzroy. No major declaration of what it was.
I was blind to Fitzroy before that. It's almost sat up and makes it close for the second.
Couple there for Cody Packer again. Makes it 21-13 next door. I wonder what you're wondering, Addy. So, I'll fill you in, Sam. Addy's ex-Mentone president, Mentone legend. He's flying over from WA for the trip. We've got our own marquees. There's just one problem. Addy can't roll a jack, and he's told me that he's rolling a jack all week. I'd prefer him to be scoring a card.
Good luck.
So I assume you're still listening, Vets. I'll buy you a pen.
Fitzroy still hanging on to one, potentially two. He's missed the front, he's going good. To get to the shot bowl. Got to the shot bowl. Oh, what a player. The shot bowl turn a roll and fill the back one out as well. Just the one, that's
Just
pretty classy. Yeah.
Best bit for Jack is that he gets to watch this back if he ever wants to.
I reckon he's 0% chance of watching any of it back.
Yeah, I think you'd probably just watch that bowling when it's open. On repeat.
Yeah. Motivation to start your day. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Just not feeling it today. Oh, remember when I played that shot?
Missing
Shot by Ash.
wide side.
Yeah. Little toucher, he was one down after Triss's drawn shot, and now he's holding a couple.
For coverage, any side of the line here is coming. Jack being splashed on the line. Oh,
One Rink over. One down before he sends the ball and hold him through. Jack, clear the front. Chances. Oh.
you know, he's done enough to score.
I think he has, but a little less Jackie probably makes three.
Enough to score one. The boys will shake hands. It's a convincing Rink win. It's going to play a huge part in this MCC Premiership. Yeah, going to take home Premier Reserve for 24-25. It'll be 78 to 62. Still 3 ends left across the board, so they'll play it out. But the last end between Dale Jones and Brad Janner is underway, and to a point where Brad Janner has 1 left to play. If it doesn't impact the head, assuming it'll be shake hands time across the board.
Yeah, you would think so.
Oh, he might have drawn the shot. He has drawn the shot. Rightio.
Well, Dale's got a reply. We know you want to go and have some rest, Danny. So Dale will try and get you off. Go have a nap in one of the booths out the back near the pulse bar.
Might be the most biased call of all time for Dale Jones makes this happen. Tell you what, out you go. DJ. Get the ball out.
Oh.
No.
Couple more minutes, Sam.
They'll shake hands, they've done it. Good job against, that's a solid Rink for Fitzroy. Brad Janner and the team very capable on their day. Been close to one of the leading skips throughout the year in the home and away season as well. And the one on the final end. 14, so you're telling me there's a chance. 15 with 2 to play. Cody Packer on the mat. Can he make a 7? I don't think he can. Try and kill this, surely.
You might have to open it up a bit. You might not
That's
have much
he might be playing that. Oh, well, he got the shot. And I don't, yeah, he knows what's going on. Yeah, he's very well aware of the situation. He's not tried to get a shot, he's trying to open up something up the front to give himself a look to kill it, right?
Yeah, I think
that's what we assume so, anyway.
Looks like there's about 3 bowls on that line that I don't think he can go direct.
No, they're way too much in the way, surely. Oh, well.
That probably makes it up.
It's a front bowl cross and... Either a 7 required or a kill. Yeah, it's not wait for kill.
That should be enough for you to go on that. Got a big day of commentary ahead of you, Sam.
Yep, the big one coming up. They'll shake hands, and there it is. MCC have done it. In convincing fashion, controlled it, professional performance in the end. Favourites coming into it, but that means nothing in the sport of Lornies.
It does not, no.
They have got the job done. We'll put it down as a 1 to Cody Packer on the final end. MCC winners, the Premier Reserve season 24-25. Lachlan Jolly, enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Definitely will.
Thanks very much for jumping in. A big thanks as well to Moama and DC, both streaming partners for season 24-25, as well as BCiB. MCC can enjoy the celebrations. That'll end up this one, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just less than a couple of hours' time. 4 p.m, the scheduled start time. Premier League Grand Final, Yarraville Footscray versus Deer Park coming up next.